Alright, first thing we want to do is set up our builder's square with our correct angle on our roof. So when you buy one of these news, you can actually read all these numbers. As you can see, this is my old builder's square that has been floating around the building site for many years. It's a bit hard to see the numbers because it's all gone a bit rusty. So just to make things easy, I've actually put some masking tape on there, and I've marked some of the measurements just to make it a little bit easier to see on the video. The first measurement we're interested in is this 500mm mark, because 500mm increments are going to make it easy for us to add things up. And all we need to do is to put a piece of timber across our square right on the 500mm mark and at the angle of our roof. Now, how do we determine that angle? Well, there's a few ways we can do that. We could use a roofing protractor and just mark the angle on there. We could even use an app on the phone, something that works out triangles, and we could simply type in 500mm and our roof pitch, and that will give us a height up there at which we would put that piece of timber on. And of course the other option is we can just grab a piece of timber, put it on the drop saw, cut it at our roof pitch, and just use that like a bevel. Hold that on the 500 mark and make sure that that lines up, and that will give us the angle of our roof. And all I'm going to do is just run my pencil down the side of that stick just to mark its position so I can find it easy, making sure that it's lined up with that 500 mark and at the correct angle. So there it is, marked there. So now we just have to fix that to the builder's square. Now I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I've actually got some holes already drilled in my square, just because I've used my square like this on a number of occasions. So all I'm going to do is line that up nice and accurately with my lines that I've marked on that angle, and I'll just fix that in position with a couple of screws. One screw there, just double check that's in the right spot, and another one just there. And there we go. Now if you're just a little bit precious with your builder square and you don't want to drill holes in it, then you can very easily get a second piece of timber and just screw it in through their pasture square, and that will clamp that timber on. And you can also buy specially made buttons that actually are designed to clip onto squares like this. But anyway, there's my square all set up, 500mm there and at my pitch angle. And just to make things easy on myself, I'm just going to draw a mark on either side at the top there and on either side at the bottom there. And that way if I need to unscrew this square and change between angles, then I can easily find that spot. And there's my square. And when I use my square, any lines I mark along this bottom edge will be horizontal lines, like my seat cuts, and anything I mark along this edge will be my vertical cuts or my plumb angles. So all I'm going to do is sit my guide on the top of my rafter. Those will be my vertical lines and those will be my horizontal lines. And there is my builder's square all set up, ready to go for marking out my common rafters.